Young and the Restless' week of April. First spoilers, Victoria raises red flags. Ashley makes an offer. There is seldom a dull moment in Genoa City. This week things are going to heat up with the exhausted JT plotline finally behind viewers of The Young and the Restless. Thank goodness. Spring has finally sprung, and fresh plotlines are here. While some familiar faces have recently made appearances, many new faces are coming to town. There are recasts and even some new faces making appearances this week. Upheaval at Jabbo. When Eileen Davidson made her exit from the series, she made it very clear that her character would not be returning unless there was a good reason and only for a short time. Ashley certainly makes an impression when she returns to Genoa City after leaving for Paris and starting her own cosmetics brand. When she came back, she caused quite a stir, getting Phyllis voted out by the board of directors in favor of Jack. I suspect Jack will not last long when Genoa City men scheme. They generally do a poor job. That, however, is just business and the least of Jabbott's issues. Jabbo has had the patents to their new product launch stolen, and suddenly Carrie is using a British accent. This week, Ashley will make a shocking revelation about Carrie. The woman in the Jabbo office is not Carrie at all, but an imposter. The real Carrie is working in Paris for Ashley. If Jabbo wants their patents back, they will have to make a devilish deal with Ashley and possibly sell out. A not-so-groovy kind of love. There is trouble in paradise for many of the couples. Unsurprisingly, Kyle finds himself tempted by Summer again. It is only a matter of time before he finally gives in to his more carnal desires. Here's to hoping it is soon. Kyle needs to be honest with himself. He is into Summer and her shady, morally bankrupt ways. Their hearts match. Lola, on the other hand, needs to ignore him and work on not rejecting her new liver. Meanwhile, fresh off her murder trial, Victoria skips town worrying Billy and Nikki. She leaves and ends up in Vegas where she checks into a hotel under an alias. Not long after her arrival, a photo surfaced of her posing with a band. She ends up becoming close and romantic with a musician, Brandon. Brandon is played by Mitch Eakins. He will make his first appearance on Wednesday, April 3rd. What will become of Victoria? Perhaps a fresh start is healthy for her? After all, her abusive and assumed dead husband recently re-entered her life. Victoria deserves love, and a fling wouldn't be the worst thing she could do. Let her live. As the flowers of April begin to bloom, so do the secrets and schemes in Genoa City. This week on The Young and the Restless, prepare for emotional standoffs, suspicious behavior, and offers that promise more questions than answers. At the center of the chaos, none other than Victoria Newman and Ashley Abbott, two women who are no strangers to power plays and heartbreak. Victoria is acting off script, and her actions are raising serious red flags among those closest to her. Meanwhile, Ashley returns with an offer that could alter alliances and test the boundaries of family loyalty. Let's dive into the drama of this week's can't-miss moments. Victoria Newman. Trouble in the shadows. Victoria Newman has always been a force to be reckoned with. Strong, driven, and calculated, she's inherited more than just her father Victor's name. She's picked up his taste for control. But lately, her behavior has taken a turn that's left friends and family asking, what is she hiding? This week, the red flags begin waving in full force as Victoria makes a series of moves that appear strategic. Maybe too strategic. Is love a distraction or a weapon? First on the list of concerns, her increasingly close relationship with Claire. While some see a healing bond forming between long-lost mother and daughter, others, most notably Nikki and Nick, can't help but wonder if Victoria is becoming too emotionally entangled too quickly. After everything Claire has done, her history of manipulation, her role in Jordan's scheme, can she really be trusted so easily? Victoria seems convinced that Claire has turned over a new leaf, and her insistence on giving Claire the benefit of the doubt is making her blind to potential warning signs. In fact, she's going out of her way to defend her daughter, even if it means alienating the people she loves most. Could Victoria be projecting her own guilt onto Claire? Is this redemption arc more about herself than her daughter? Corporate moves or hidden motives? At Newman Enterprises, Victoria's behavior is even more unsettling. She's becoming secretive with her meetings and dismissive of her advisors. When she abruptly shuts down a lucrative merger opportunity that had been weeks in the making, Nate Hastings begins to take notice, and so does Victor. Victor confronts his daughter, demanding to know what's going on behind the boardroom doors. Victoria coolly insists she's protecting the company's long-term vision. But when pressed, she becomes defensive and evasive. Is this a power struggle in the making? Or is Victoria protecting something or someone? Nikki sounds the alarm. Of all the people who have their eyes on Victoria, Nikki Newman is the most vocal. After her own terrifying ordeal with Jordan, Nikki is in no mood to play games. She sees the writing on the wall and warns Victor that their daughter may be headed for a personal or professional collapse if someone doesn't intervene. She's changed, Nikki confides to Victor, and not in a good way. Victor listens, but will he act? And if he does, will he be too late? Ashley Abbott, back with a bold offer. While Victoria's behavior stirs worry, across town Ashley Abbott is making waves of her own. After a short absence from the Genoa City scene, Ashley returns with surprising clarity and a business proposition that could shake things up. Ashley may have left Genoa City to get space and perspective, but it's clear she's come back with a plan. And it involves her ex, Tucker McCall. Tucker caught off guard. When Ashley shows up at Tucker's office unannounced, the air crackles with unresolved tension. They share a past filled with passion, betrayal, and lingering bitterness. So when Ashley casually says she has a business opportunity to discuss, Tucker is instantly intrigued and suspicious. Ashley's offer, a strategic partnership between their respective companies, one that could reestablish their dominance in the cosmetic and health sectors and outmaneuver Jabot entirely. Let's combine forces, Tucker, Ashley proposes. We both know the game. Why not win it together? Tucker is blindsided. Is this a legitimate offer or a ploy to draw him out and test his loyalties? Family fallout. Ashley's siblings, especially Jack and Tracy, are less than thrilled when word of her proposal leaks. Jack, in particular, sees it as a betrayal. With Jabot already on shaky ground thanks to Billy's impulsiveness and Diane's recent missteps, the idea of Ashley going into business with Tucker is nothing short of war. But Ashley is unmoved. I'm not choosing Tucker over my family, she insists to Tracy. I'm choosing myself. Still, one can't help but wonder if Ashley is being honest, or if old feelings for Tucker are clouding her judgment. Ashley's new edge. What's most striking is Ashley's demeanor. She's calm, controlled, but also undeniably calculating. It's clear she's no longer content to play the peacemaker. She wants power, autonomy, and possibly revenge. Is this a new Ashley? Or the real Ashley finally unmasked? Other Genoa City sparks this week. While Victoria and Ashley dominate the week, the rest of Genoa City isn't exactly quiet. Adam and Sally find themselves back in each other's orbit, and temptation proves too strong to resist. But will a single night undo months of hard-earned progress? Devin and Abby clash over Dominic's future, especially after a surprise visitor from Devin's past stirs up old wounds. Summer and Chance grow closer, though their happiness may be short-lived as Phyllis starts snooping around and stirring trouble. Jordan, ever the specter in the background, makes a shocking move that could throw everything off balance again. Is she really gone for good, or just lying in wait? Final thoughts. Who's playing the game, and who's getting played? As the week unfolds, the lines between truth and manipulation blur. Victoria may think she's in control, but even she can't deny that something inside her is shifting. And Ashley? She may be making offers, but the real question is, what's the cost? In Genoa City, no one makes a move without a motive. And sometimes, the most dangerous games are played by those who smile the widest.